Good morning. Today is the day. It's finally here, but it is 3 o'clock in the morning and it is race day. So, a lot of variables that we're kind of pending on today, but I am actually not that tired. I just feel insane. I don't think anybody really wakes up at this time. We are getting ready. We got to eat breakfast real quick, finish up our last things as far as hydrating and making sure that we're really ready to go, grabbing all of our stuff, putting everything together. I've been feeling a really weird pain in the top part of my back, which really sucks because it's been lingering and it hurts and it's just really tight. But at the end of the day, it just is what it is. Holy shit, I feel drunk. Rain is still in play. It was supposed to rain yesterday. It didn't. It drizzled for 5 minutes, which is a good sign. There's not going to be any type of pre-existing rain, water on the ground. We're going to play it by ear as far as today goes. So we're going to prepare as if it's going to rain, but we're going to bring both sets of our shoes just in case it doesn't, so that we're prepared to full send it if we need to. Or if we just want to chill, we're going to chill. I'm going to get ready, and then I got to head over to my buddy's house so that we can all just get ready and head over there. So the drive's an hour. We're literally just gonna, this is kind of funny. We're literally just gonna hop in the car, drive there, get there, run, and come back. Probably should have stayed there. Probably should do some little bit more, but okay. We're gonna send it now. So let me, I gotta hurry up and get ready. So I'll catch you guys in a few. Alright, so as far as breakfast goes, before today, we're not doing anything different than we've done before. We're going to keep it pretty much the same. So I just have oatmeal, Greek yogurt with honey and peanut butter with some bread and honey. I normally would have bananas or blueberries or berries or something like that. Don't have that today. The biggest thing that I was thinking about was I don't want to eat anything that's going to potentially make me gassy or make me have to shit, because I do not want to get stuck having to poop in the middle of that run. So one thing I was also thinking about is I'm probably going to have to piss twice during the run. So I'm really, because I'm trying to hydrate, but I'm also taking a ton of electrolytes. I took an electrolyte supplement last night. I'm drinking a full Gatorade Zero. I'm going to take another electrolyte supplement right before. But I just know that an hour in or an hour and 20 minutes in, I'm probably going to have to pee, which is fine. As long as they have it set up on the course, I really don't care. But yeah, I just as long as I don't have to poop, I'm not drinking any coffee or nothing like that, because I do not want to have to poop during that run. This is our first time, so there's a lot of things that we're going to learn from today. We're going to take away. There's a lot of things that we're going to figure out. So in order to be able to do that, we got to do it. So one thing to note though is, because it was supposed to rain, it was supposed to be a lot cooler, but it's also humid. So the heat is definitely going to play a factor today. I think hydration wise, I'm ready. It's just going to be a little uncomfortable. So I got to make sure I choose the correct attire for this. I'm going to eat. I'm going to stop talking. And the next time you guys see me, we'll probably be there. We're here. Say what's up.
Let's get it, baby.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to turn it. Say what's up.
That's on a birthday.
All right, guys. We're here. We made it. Today's the day. We'll show the boys. We're
no warm up, no nothing. Let's
yeah,
straight to it.
Straight raw dog. We literally got off the truck. They were like, all right, guys,
get ready.
Here's your t-shirt and go out there. So we're just gonna struggle a little bit, but we've gone. We got a master runner over here, so he looks comfortable.
Right. Our pacer right here.
We got our pacer.
Shot, ankles are broken.
We got all the injuries lined up, but we got some hills too. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Caesar wants it to rain, but he's sick. Get a little breeze. But we'll check in. The goal is going to be, we're just going to try to run under 10 every mile. As far as what that looks like, he's going to win. So
He just wants to catch everybody. I can see it already. All right, so we are now, hold on, like 2.5 miles in. It doesn't feel like it, but I feel like we're going.
It went by pretty quick, I think.
It is going by pretty quick.
Just trying to get used to it.
But so far, so good. The course is super hilly. Like, it's literally just kind of up and down. But we're making up time, kind of varying our pace and stuff. And our elite pacer over here is, he's taking us home. So far, so good. How you feeling?
Better now that we're not going uphill.
Hold on. Now we got to get the pacer's perspective. How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Nice.
You guys are looking great.
Yeah, right. Look at him. He's so comfortable. It'll piss you off. We're over here taking short, choppy steps, and he's just like,
Just floating majestically.
he's majestically full with the hair flow and shit. But each lap is a little over 2 miles. So already 1 lap down, 5 more to go. We're 2 laps in. Every time I go to look at my watch, it shows me the pacer. That's a very good depiction of how we're feeling right now. We're not having as much fun as when we started.
Mile number 5.
One of us is. This is why he gets paid the big bucks. It's because he runs in the front. He tells us what we need to do. But we're still within our goal under 10. So I mean, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So
You guys are keeping good technique too. Looking good.
we're trying. We've been practicing a little bit. Good technique. You heard that? Yeah. That's what the professionals said. But
I think when you started recording, I was like that.
I was your face. You were like, damn, now this is
Like
wrong.
I'm good.
Yeah. Every time I turn the camera on, my heart rate drops. I gotta lock in, bro. But right now we're currently like a little over 5 miles in, and we're still going strong, holding our paces. I think we're gonna do it. I think we'll be good. We're gonna find everything we have at the end anyway, so we're gonna either hit our time goal or we're gonna shit trying. Literally. Now, yeah, we're gonna beat it. If not, I'll throw up trying. Just put me in the truck.
If we don't make it, you go in the back this time on the way home.
Yeah, right. Nah, I'll lay down. Yo, can I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Want to lay down in the back? Just put me in the bed, bro. All right, we're gonna lock in. Put our heads down. Just keep grinding. All right, so we're a little more than halfway through. Our pacer decided to take a FaceTime call. Look at this guy. This is just disrespectful at this point. He said, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" He's like, "I'm actually running a half marathon right now." We're just dying. But we're 7 miles in, still pushing strong. They had oranges. I don't even know what to say anymore, bro.
I just want to be done.
I just want to be done.
What are we gonna eat after this? That's what I want to know.
Are we going out to get food?
Oh, whatever. Stop by get some.
Yo, I'll even settle for quick.
They said they had like.
They have food? All right, so we're at the point in the run where we're just trying to figure out what we want to eat. But we are officially further than when we started. More than halfway. We're gonna finish this out strong. I'll check in with you guys on the next turnaround, because right now we're on the easy half. And I'm starting to run out of things to say. I can't even think anymore. All right, guys, we're on the last lap. Start taking souls. This is it. All right, guys, we made it. Oh, let me show the drip, the treacherous drip. The treacherous drip. We did it
Without bitching
Yeah.
and complaining, that's right.
without bitching, with no complaints, straight running, 6-minute miles, just taking people's souls.
Didn't even realize we finished. I thought we were gonna
Yeah, we got there and they were like, "Guys, you've already run 2 extra laps," and I was like, "Why are you tracking me? Like, let me just be. You don't know me, you know." So we ended up finishing under the time that we set, which was 2 hours and 10 minutes. We were definitely the favorites on the course. Everybody loved us. They were like, "Yo, you guys are so handsome and muscular, and you guys are so fast." Like, it was crazy. Like actually,
Not really.
like
To some extent, yeah.
yeah, like people loved us. We were just like we were the vibe. We were just the boys, just running, hanging out. My shoulder is locked up. All of us can barely walk. But that's because we were putting out so hard. You know, we were running so fast.
Our instructor limped his way to the end.
Yeah, our pacer, he wasn't FaceTiming in that last lap, I'll tell you. his calf started seizing up, and it was like, okay.
Something my physical therapist.
Yeah, he had to make a phone call. He was like, "Guy, how do I get rid of this?" He's like, "I'm averaging 4-minute miles. I'm about to break a world land speed record." So. But now overall, honestly, good race. I didn't get to record. I didn't record the last 4 miles because mile like 10 and 11, I was dying. My heart rate spiked up to like 170, and I was like, all right, I need to lock in. And then the last 2 miles, it kind of started raining, so.
Kinda, it's fucking boring.
Yeah, it started pouring. I actually thought my camera was cooked. I was like, yeah, nah, I was like, it's gonna get wet, it's gonna break, I'm gonna have to put it in rice. But we made it. So now, I think we're gonna eat, or we're just going home.
We'll probably eat something back home.
All right, man, whatever.
Oh, on the way, see on the way.
I don't even care, bro. I'm just like, whatever.
Just like we did it.
But now we're gonna eat. We did it.
And it's only 8:50 a.m.
And it's only 8:50 a.m. You know what's crazy, bro, is we trained for like 8 or 9 weeks for 2 hours of effort. That's crazy, bro. This is just proof you can do it. But when we first started, I think my first run was like 3 miles.
Same.
That's crazy, bro.
I remember when I did 5, I was like, oh my god, what a goal.
Dude, this guy ran 10 miles for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then he just PR'd. In all fairness, though, I was telling Ruben, I actually had never run more than 10 miles either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nah, I never did. Because remember, on like the last long run, technically that week I was sick.
I remember you did the 10 miles, and I was like, alright, so.
And then I didn't run for like a whole week.
Yeah.
And then the week after, I was like, I'm just gonna run 10 again, just see how I feel. I felt great, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I can do 13. Yeah, because I was like, you kind of have an idea, like if we were to do double that and run a marathon, we'd probably have to run a little bit slower. Not much slower.
I'll have to walk, dude. I swear.
You think so? That water backpack sounds real good, and I ran a marathon, low key. For the half, I don't think I would do it again. But I'm not gonna lie though, those last it depends, because the last lap, I was like hella thirsty. But then I was like, I'll be fine.
I wish I had it easier. You could just grab as you go.
Most places have that.
That's what I thought it was gonna be, but
That's only because of the course design. It was like down and back. Whereas like most places, if it's like a loop or straight, you'll have mile markers where you could just grab a cup.
that'd be way
They're
easier.
also very environment conscious. They didn't want you to use more than 1 cup.
Yeah.
That's why they put the names
In the
on.
end, I had some for like 5 different ones.
Yo, the Asian guy was like, I was like, can I get a cup? He was like, huh? So I waited, and he was like, yeah. I said, yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, my hearing's not great. He was like, mine isn't either. It's okay. And I was like, yeah. He was like, when did you get older? I was like, I couldn't even hear when you told me yes. I was like, it's over, bro. I'm done. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna turn this off because my lungs are inflamed. So.
Good runs, good runs.
But good runs. We got another one in a month. So.
Should be easier.
I would
Break the
hope.
2 hour mark.
I might.
That's
I'm supposed to run that. That one I already told them I was gonna run it like for fun. We might even run slower than we did this.
okay.
So that one's supposed to be like casual. But now I'm starting to think about it, and I'm like, if I start thinking 13 miles is a casual run, I'm gonna start looking like an Ethiopian guy in about a year. Because what's not casual at that point? 20 miles? Like, yeah, a quick 20-mile run, Strava.
Light morning jog.
Light morning jog, post like a 50K. Like, holy shit. All right, what's up, guys? It is currently the day after the half marathon, and I'm driving to do some work for one of my clients. And I figured I'd give you guys like a post recap, let you guys know how I feel. I guess just kind of re-explain the whole thing. I don't really remember if I talked about everything, or I didn't go over my splits or anything. But what I will do is I'll pop that up on the screen now, probably like right here, so you guys can kind of see everything. Basically, to summarize the whole thing, it was a good time. Definitely feel like people get so worked up. We were going out there knowing that we were gonna finish regardless, right? I think there's different levels of preparation and mindset. For us, finishing was not ever a question, right? Whereas some people train, but they know, it's almost like you doubt yourself because you know you didn't do enough, right? Because there's people that will go out there and they're like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Like,
finishing it shouldn't even be on the list. It should be, how long is it going to take me, right? It's different mindsets. Even if you have to walk, it doesn't matter. Like, we give a lot of kudos to people that even walk because, bro, you're out there longer than we are. But the goal was, basically, we hadn't game planned like anything. We hadn't game planned anything. We didn't know, like, I didn't know, like, what was it going to look like. We didn't know the course before we got there. We didn't know the terrain before we got there. We knew it was going to be like gravel or asphalt, but we didn't know like if it was going to be hills. Like, we didn't know what it was going to look like. And, you know, my one friend, and this is to give a lot of credit to him, this is for Caesar. Caesar trained like 8 times. Granted, he has a soccer background, but he's more of a lifter these days. The dude trained like 8 times and was able to run it in 2 hours and 10 minutes. Like, that's pretty crazy when you think about it, right? Because a lot of people think way too hard about doing it, and he was just like, yo, I'm coming in. He's like, this shit's gonna be hard, and I'm gonna give it my all. Like, and he did a great job. And shout out to his brother Ruben for pacing us. Honestly, like, I know we were joking with him, and we were like, oh, this guy, like, look at him, he's comfortable. But him being there was so helpful because it allowed me and Caesar to kind of have a gauge of what we needed to do. And for me, I was a little bit more prepared, but, you know, if I was running on my own, like, I would have just been kind of basing it off of how I felt. I might have went out too fast. I might have went out too slow. Like, I knew around the time cap I needed to be at. And truthfully, like, based off of, like, you know, my last couple miles and how hard I was pushing, I want to be honest, do I think I could have gotten under 2 hours? I want to say yes, but I also think based off of like the terrain, I want to say no. And if I'm being completely honest, like, that was a pretty tough first course that I could have asked for. Like the hills weren't like crazy, but when they came, they were steep, and they were mostly on the back half of each lap. So it was like you're like already on like the second mile portion of it, and it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of rough. I feel like when I finished, like, I definitely, you know, I finished hard like I always do. Like, we train for that, right? Like, you run hard to the finish. You try to sprint, depending on how much your legs, like how much juice you have. And, you know, I finished strong. And I always feel like I don't want to say always, but usually in my runs, I always feel like I have more to give. I'm definitely happy with the way everything went. No complaints. I think we enjoyed it a lot more because we ran together. One thing I will say is I have learned to love the running community because everybody is so much friendlier than like in the lifting community. I feel like lifters are very like egotistical and arrogant. It's a very selfish thing. Whereas runners are more like group, cheer each other on. Like, the closest thing in lifting I would say is, I mean, if you're like doing CrossFit, because they all share that pain. Or like even powerlifting at times. So at certain levels, I've seen like a lot of camaraderie, because people in the running game, they want to just see you win, right? Like, and running is very humbling, dude. You're gonna go out there and run what you can run. Like, you're not gonna show up one day and just like, you know, next thing you know, you're just faster, or like significantly faster. Like, it's a very humbling thing, and I've really enjoyed this process of like going through and training and kind of like relearning a lot of things in regards to running. And it's something that I want to continue to implement into my training. I think I am done like trying to be like biggest, strongest. Like, I mean, my injuries kind of decided that for me, but strength, obviously, like, you know, I'm always going to train heavy, but I really do want to be a versatile athlete. Like, I want to be able to run faster. I want to be able to be strong, because a lot of those things they're gonna contribute to your longevity. So I feel like it's kind of changed my perspective a lot, and I really do enjoy it. Like, going out there and like going hard, like breathing heavy, and like just feeling like, holy shit, like basically just having a fight against my mind. It is genuinely a feeling that you can't really get from doing anything else. It's literally just you, against the clock. So I would say that there's definitely going to be more to come. I've enjoyed this prep. For those of you guys that have kind of followed along, thank you.
I am gonna try to up like, you know, the production quality over time, because I want you guys to really be able to see like the full extent of like what everything looks like, and not necessarily getting more detailed, but really just honing in on like my process and you guys seeing me progress, and then I can maybe help you guys get better. So there's definitely gonna be more to come. I actually already signed up for another half marathon next month. This one is like a July 4th, like it's gonna be for fun. Like we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna run it, and then we're probably just gonna like grill out and hang out at my buddy's house. But to be honest with you, the next phase I think is gonna be to train for the full marathon. I think I'm gonna start implementing that now. I'm gonna use like this week as like basically like a high mileage run, and now I'm gonna start working off of like, you know, building up to like 20 miles, or like running for like 3 hours, 4 hours, like continuing to add on, right? Because right now our max has been like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours of running that we were already physically and mentally prepared for. So I want to keep pushing the bar, kind of just seeing where that takes me, you know? I think it could be a lot of fun. Definitely trying to have some training partners would be sick. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen, but it's always worth a shot, of course, you know, trying to find people to run with, and you know, people that are just better than you so that you can continue to improve. But I've very much enjoyed this process, and I'm excited to continue it, and, you know, get more like into the YouTube and really just dive in and hopefully inspire some people to like get off their ass and do something. You know, I wasn't running 8 or 9 weeks ago. Granted, I stay fit, but it's a different beast. And anybody can get up and decide at any time to just improve their physical health. Like, and it's kind of even made me more disciplined, honestly, because you like, it locks you in on like, I have to focus on this thing, and it's really helped me hone in on everything else, because I really have been giving it my all. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you again if you have stayed this far and kind of stuck along the process. We're looking to get a more gym vlogs in soon, because I haven't really showed you guys any of my lifts recently. But like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.